On this episode, I have returning to the podcast here on the Everett Lee Show, none other than Thump Dupree. He's not alone. He has the crazy bastards with him. Christian Mills and John Strange join Thump Dupree right here on the Everett Lee Show, and it happens right now.
The Everett Lee Show podcast, a shot of entertainment.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Been a long time since I last talked to you, Thump Dupree and Christian Mills and John Strange. This is the first time I've had you on the podcast, man. I've heard so much about you, John, from everyone, from Christian through Thump. And what's been going on, guys? What's happening?
Oh, well, you know, we,
Same old.
Yep.
Same old.
Tables, chairs, concussion,
Average
all
blushing.
this fun stuff, yeah.
Average blushing. Crazy blush. Everett Lee's blushing.
I'm blushing.
Look at him.
You've been watching Deliverance again?
What?
I said you've been watching Deliverance again?
I hang out with John Strange. I live Deliverance.
What?
Hey, what have we got into lately? We done the Mongo show over in Edgewater.
Yeah.
We've been doing adrenaline wrestling. Let's see what else. Me and Christian beat the shit out of each other for
Y'all are
40
kind of
hours
doing
a month.
Thunder.
Yeah, WWN. You name it, I've been there here lately. So
Yeah, definitely looking at a lot of places over in Florida of just with crazy bastards getting going.
I'm kind of you guys have speeded up, and I'm kind of slowed down.
that's because you're fucking on downers, man.
Yeah, is the curse is all good here on the Everett Lee Show, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No filter.
You're in for
No
3 and
filter.
a fucking half, buddy.
John likes the sound of that, man. I've heard so much about you, John, from Thump Dupree, just hearing stories just with everything you've done in wrestling, man.
What do you say?
What?
Well,
Well, you guys aren't. I can't see you guys. I can see you guys
shit
all.
wrestling. I just go out there and I fight. That's it, man. I don't do a damn thing. He's lied to you.
He's lied to me?
Yeah, he's lied to you. I suck. And all I do is throw fists, and that's it.
That's all you do?
I'm joking. I started when I was wrestling when I was 15 years old, man.
Yeah. That's how long you've been?
I trained at the same place as Hillbilly Gym in Kentucky, and it's one of the longest schools in America that's still going. It's like 40 plus years, man.
Nice.
And I just turned 40 yesterday, and if you do the math, that's almost 25 years I've been wrestling. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I made about 10 years longer than everyone thought.
Or anything, but, indie wrestling.
Yeah.
Get major shows all over the place.
That's
Somehow I
cool.
met that fucking crazy bastard right there, Dupree, and then I met the other crazy bastard, Christian, along the way, and we hit it off, and we're all goofy together. So
It's a perfect combination with you guys, man, because I've seen you guys at Knockout Wrestling when Knockout Wrestling was still up and running. I seen Christian Mills versus John Strange. What a hell of a match you guys put on, man. What the hell it's just it was good.
Yeah, honestly.
That's kind of where the idea was born.
It was?
That match. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I was booking at the time. I think I was sitting in on commentary on that show, and I watched the match, and I was like, I think I know what to do with this. And two crazy bastards. There you go. How I got involved is last weekend, basically, we were at this bike show that Strange was telling you about, and Strange was like, "Come on, man, manage me." I was like, "All right," so I did, and I may or may not have been under the influence of some kind of ungodly cocktail that Dr. Jimmy McDowell put together. Shout out to him, whatever the hell that shit was. But yeah, after getting blasted over the head with a painting by Christian, which I'm going to get you back, you little bastard.
2 days later, you wake up.
Yeah, I was fucked up as a football bat. Pretty much the whole next 48 hours. I don't know what that shit was, but it can't be legal. Whatever that was, it can't be legal. All I said was my feet hurt. You know?
Hey, he's the doctor. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, it was all legal.
He gave you.
Yeah,
He's a
whatever
doctor.
it was.
Leave him alone.
It was in a pre-laminated packet. So one of them even
It was a
looked
sample,
one of
man.
them-
That's all it was.
one of them even looked like a vitamin A. That's how deceptive that whole situation was. That might have been what keeps that vitamin A might have been what keeps your heart going. Whatever the hell that was. But yeah, hey man, I'm gonna say this right now: the Mongrels, they treat us really well, bro. They were very gracious hosts. What was the name of the promotion? I forgot. Brick Wrestling or something like that.
City wrestling.
Yeah. And the funny thing is I meet the promoter that day, and he's like, "Yeah, man, we're gonna be running in Ocala," and I'm like, "Okay, sure." I mean, not for nothing, but that's where we run. And then after I saw, well, let's just say I saw the show, and I realized that I'd be more than happy to have them run in Ocala. It'll be fine. It'll be okay.
Now,
It was an outdoor show, very grassy,
mhm.
as John Strange and Christian knows from touching it many, many times over the course of that match.
Hey, it was better than the rain.
Yeah, it wasn't raining, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No,
But,
I said it was better than the ring at times.
But really, honestly, probably the most fun I've had in being involved in wrestling since MFW. Probably.
Right.
I mean, CFWE was fun too, but I didn't really perform there. It wasn't like
Yeah, that's right there. The perfect place for his ass.
yeah.
Yeah, CFWE. I was behind the scenes on that right there with a lot of stuff that happened. That's how I got to know Christian. That's how I got to know you, Thump. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of the stuff, John, with CFWE, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen some of the videos and things like that. I was in Kentucky at the time, so I was very, 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 very busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that year he was busy as shit.
Yeah, I remember on, I think it was the last show. With CFWE that you were doing commentary there, and Thump, and all of a sudden John calls you right there, video calls you, and you're like, "What?" You're like, "I'm doing commentary right now."
Yeah, it was. We were talking.
Yeah, that was great. He's calling a wrestling match. This guy's calling a wrestling match, and he's talking to John Strange.
Well, chances are, unless it was the main event or Christian's match, I wasn't calling a wrestling match. More than likely.
Here goes the rib, Christian.
No, Christian's match. No, that's what I said.
Since we've been on here, by the way.
Huh?
Yeah, he hasn't spoken one word since we've been on this podcast.
Yeah.
I love I find the moment. You know, it's the CFW.
He's high. He's high. That's all it is.
No, when you were talking about those mixtures so much, you're talking about how high you were. It got me contact high from that. That was for an effect. But no, with CFW, definitely, it was a great time for what it was, the time it was. But I mean, definitely something that it would have been interesting doing the Crazy Bastards there, but it would have. You know, I like what we're doing now, and definitely getting a lot of places right now. A lot of places we're looking into going and doing our thing, and I definitely like what we're doing at Adrenaline, and it's definitely been a good so far. I mean, like you said, that doing that show the other day was a lot of fun, and we weren't even tag teaming. You know, it's just working together. You know, just being
Yeah.
one of those
I
things.
think the car ride home was interesting. What do you think, Christian?
That's one thing. I was like, there was 3 of us, but it felt like there was only 2 of us for some reason.
Hey, man. The only thing I remember is being in the driveway and not really being able to get out of the car. Not 100%. We spent about 20 minutes sitting there. Straight is like, are you going to go in the house? Oh, sure. Sure. And I went in the house and went to sleep and woke up Monday. Pretty much.
Wow. Who'd you wrestle there at that event? Who'd you guys wrestle?
They wrestled each other
Oh, they did. Okay, they
in a
wrestled.
hardcore match.
Oh, no way. Because I seen the promo. And I seen it was shot there. The one promo that's been put up on the Adrenaline Wrestling Facebook page. But I didn't know you guys wrestled each other, man. That's cool. I'd definitely like to see that again.
Yeah.
It's like every other show, we're either wrestling each other or tagging together, so it doesn't matter anymore.
No.
Yeah, that was one of those matches. I don't know if I call it a wrestling match. That was
No.
it was another brawl. It was
Yeah, it was for the bikers.
So,
You know, they loved it. You know.
Mm-hmm. That's
And,
cool.
You know, for as bad as that show is going to end up probably being, that particular show had Savannah Thorne, Liza Hayes, Brian Atomic, Tonally. It wasn't god awful by any means. But my boys definitely stole the show for sure. I mean, come on, dude.
It's crazy bastards, man. It's crazy bastards. I think honestly, this is a great combination with what John brings, Thump, and what Christian brings, what they bring, and putting them together. It's a great tag team, man. Because again, I seen the promo on the Adrenaline Wrestling Facebook page with them, and I'm looking forward to it. And I've told a few people about the Crazy Bastards, and one person I know personally, when I showed them John Strange and Christian Mills, they said, anyone with the name Bastard and Crazy in the same sentence, I want to go see them. And they can't wait for that July 9th show, man. They cannot wait for that.
And you know, the one thing about it that I've been kind of at a dilemma from the booking, because I'm the booker at Adrenaline, but from a booking standpoint, you know, I'm trying to use the storylines from other friends promotions, and we're kind of cross promoting in a way to try to give a little bit of oomph to certain storylines. But I wanted to have something that was more or less homegrown, and that's our own. Now they may choose to use it, they may choose not to. The 3 of us or the 2 of us or any combination or whatever. Who knows? But I wanted something that was Adrenaline's, and that's basically what this is. We have a heel faction that's there right now that hasn't, and I mean, no offense to them. Well, yeah, fuck them. I don't care. That they haven't really gotten a whole lot of traction yet, and for 2 big monster guys, that's kind of weird. So we're the answer. We're the ones that are going to flick their testicles and shit in their cars and do all kinds of fuck shit to them to make them, to piss them off. Apparently, they're not pissed off enough, at least not in my opinion. So we're going to do things to their butts and all kinds of good shit,
Nobody said.
A lot of butt stuff. A lot of butt stuff. Yeah.
A lot of butt
I'm
stuff.
going to be on the outside of the ring poking their butts. And I've already decided too that I'm going to carry lollipops out and throw them to the crowd. And I think I'm going to try to stethoscope any woman with big boobies and then give her a sucker. That way, they'll just line up wanting to get stethoscoped on their boobies and take a sucker. It's a little bit of innuendo, whatever.
Yes.
I'll probably get canceled, but I don't give a fuck,
You get
I
canceled.
think it'll be cookie.
Yeah. Thump Dupree cannot get canceled.
Maybe on special months we'll throw out popsicles. some kind of, something different.
Mm-hmm.
Like a graduate of
will float.
Yeah. Y'all want a popsicle?
Will float.
Yeah.
It will
We'll do
float.
some.
No matter of those.
It'll float. Hey, even if you eat too many popsicles, it'll float.
Wow.
Hey, Denver, did you go to George's party the other day?
No, I didn't. I couldn't make it out there. I couldn't make it out there. I had to work. I work about 7 days a week, man. I'm in the process of trying to get a better, steady job right now at the moment. I mean, I got to say thank you for throwing out there, hey, give Uber a try. You can make some money. And I certainly made pretty sure money, because with the events that's come through Daytona here in the last couple months, oh, man, yeah. I'd start 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, and by 4 or 5 o'clock, man, I'm pretty damn happy. And what I made out of that day, I pretty much, that puts dinner on on the table there for my wife and my daughter, and it also helped pay the bills, man. It helped pay the bills.
You know what else pays the bills? Selling crack. You should try that next.
Selling crack.
Selling crack. Gotta do what you gotta do.
He's talking about his prostitution days.
Prostitution days.
What? He's talking about your prostitution days.
So,
it brings back a lot of memory.
Christian, you have to you ride with these two. You got all three of you ride at the go to the show together, correct? You all ride together. I know. Yeah, and you got to listen.
Usually, always.
Yeah. You're stuck. You're riding with John Strange, and you're stuck in the middle with Thump Dupree and John Strange, man. And I just noticed something. I got a logo up on from my last podcast. I haven't taken it down yet, and it's been on there for the last 17 minutes.
Good job, Denver.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get rid of that. But what's it like listening to John Strange, Christian, and Thump Dupree tell some stories, man? What do you think about that?
Well, it's the same way as you saw me sitting here when they're rambling on about their vulgarity of trying to get canceled. Just trying. But no, it's interesting car rides, to say the least. It's like riding with that crazy uncle you don't really talk about too often. But they're two crazy uncles. It's like they're two peas in a pod, man. They act like they're very different, but they're very alike. And I don't know. You could see me tag teaming with either one of them, because either one of them could fit in Crazy Bastards. It's one of them. Like, it doesn't make sense. But no, I mean, honestly, when Thump just has his ways with telling stories, man. Just has his ways with letting you know what's up, and just shitting on people way better than other people. You can just sit there and tolerate a 2-hour car ride with him. And makes it worth it. And as you can see, John Strain's over there lighting his crack pot, getting ready to get the rest of this interview.
I can't, man. I'm fucking getting eat alive out here, man.
Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. I like it though. I like it. I like everything here. And what?
You should come on a car ride with us in Denver. You should come on a car ride with us.
I should.
You want to do a real fucking podcast, bro? Do it in the car.
Make sure you do it on the drive there, though, because Thump is not useful on the drive back.
Oh, I know, because he rode with me I took him to a couple CFWE shows, and going there was great. The conversation was great and everything. On the way back, that pretty much was done with, man, because he's done. He's pretty much done by that time.
Y'all start fucking with my bedtime.
Fucking with your bedtime.
My hand on the last car ride.
We were getting home at 6:30, 7 o'clock, and this man over here was falling asleep. You'd think you think it was at least almost midnight, or you think we've been out there all day. And we've been out there maybe 4 or 5 hours. It was a little hot day, but it was, man, he was out of it. What do you wake up? He wanted to book somebody champion. I don't know. It's crazy. It's something playing whatever. Always has little night dreams.
Yeah. I dream weird shit. I do.
What?
It's about drug. It's all about the drug. Prescribed. They're prescribed.
Well, on Dupree's birthday this year, I will say this. I took him out, got him drunk on Southern Comfort 100 proof. And this guy at like 5 in the morning was having a conversation and snoring at the same time in this conversation. And I don't know who he was talking to. Not a clue.
Hey, I made that chick go home. I made that chick go home because she smelled like football practice.
She looked like Big Bird is what she looked like. But she did make her go home. I still don't know what she did to her.
That bitch smelled like football practice.
Football.
I had to send her home.
Like,
Yeah.
I just woke up from a pass out to moaning and all this, and then all of a sudden I hear, "You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta leave." That's all I hear.
She had to go.
She had to go. She had to go. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't make it to your birthday there. Another situation I was caught in there. But how I gotta hear more about this, man. What else happened? What else happened at Thump Dupree's birthday, man? And I want to say happy belated birthday.
We just drank. Thanks, brother. We just drank.
Yeah, that's all we really done.
Yeah.
And may or may not have smoked marijuana.
Me,
I
you.
think it was legal weed.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Whatever.
What's that?
Yeah, we had regular weed too.
Regular.
I think we had both.
We had
I
both.
think it was like
No, we didn't have both.
something.
I don't remember. I was
remember.
well intoxicated by then.
Oh man, that's. I wish I was there, man. I would like to see Thump Dupree 3 sheets in the wind. I have not seen him 3 sheets in the wind. I have not seen that. Well, I have not seen that.
Jerry Swirls was there. Jerry Swirls was there with us too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Who else?
For a while.
Oh, nice. Who
One
else
beer
was
Jerry.
there? Jerry.
That was it. My daughter, and I don't even know who the rest of the people were.
Oh wow.
There wasn't a lot of people there. It was a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just didn't go home that night. That was all. I was gone too, so.
Yeah. There was no driving. You wouldn't have drove home. You'd have been sleeping right next to Strange and my dog. You'd have never made it home. Because you'd have been like, "Oh, I'm not going to drink." And we'd have been like, "Yeah, whatever." And you would have still drank. And you'd have been fucked up just like we were. Christian drove home.
Yeah, but I didn't drink.
But he didn't drink that much.
No.
I didn't drink at all.
Yeah,
Jerry Swirls drank like one beer and was wasted.
He lightweight.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. He was a lightweight. Yeah,
I just know I drank a lot of shots.
Drink a lot of shots. What?
Oh yeah.
What else did you drink? Just about everything or anything?
My daughter buys me these nerd shots. You know.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know
those.
what they are.
I've heard of
Something
nerd
about
shots.
titty pincher or pinch a titty or some shit.
No.
Yeah. And
Now-
the Southern Comfort shit that John Strange gave me, that did me in. That was it.
Southern
That
Comfort.
shit made me started. Oh yeah.
Southern Comfort
That
does
shit had-
that, man. Southern Comfort. Jack and Coke. Jack's my thing. Jack and Coke is.
Yeah, I like that.
I can't do Evan Williams. Last time I did Evan Williams was one New Year's Eve. I did Evan Williams at my brother's house, and my ex-sister-in-law made these cookies. She come out walking up, "You want a cookie?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I ate 3 cookies, took a shot of Evan Williams, ate 3 more, took another shot, and I was in the bathroom. I was in the toilet, puking that shit up, man.
Yeah, cookies and bourbon don't mix, Everett.
I found out the hard way. I found out the hard way. My brother, he made fun of it and brought it up every chance he got. He made it just, hey, remember that New Year's Eve when you ate cookies and you puked up Evan Williams in my toilet? Yeah. I try not to forget. I try not to remember. He's like, well, I do. I'm like, of course you do.
So if your ex-sister-in-law sounded like a man, let's have a quick conversation about what your ex-wife must look like.
Oh yeah.
My
I was just gonna let it be.
Christian.
I was. Well, that's why I was like,
what now? Since talking about stories, what crazy stories can you tell? What crazy story can you share? I love hearing some crazy shit that's happened at shows or just in general.
Oh, that's the Booker's perspective there. I mean, he's the all-seeing eyes of the adrenaline.
Man, shut up. Hey, go ahead, Strange. Since Christian ain't got his time in the business is so limited that he doesn't have any good stories yet.
The first crazy thing I ever seen in the business was 3 grown men naked jump roping a log chain.
What?
I walked into the locker room. That's the first thing I seen was 3 grown men, butt ass naked, jumping a log chain. With like skip to my lewd type shit. That was craziest. One of the craziest fucking things I ever seen.
Well, we should have saved that for last because there's nothing else we're gonna say.
No,
I don't know.
No, I was gonna say I saw Jerry Swirls piss himself in the middle of the ring twice in 2 different matches.
No way, Jerry pissed himself
twice.
Damn.
Once, both times against Romeo. Shot by Romeo Quevedo both times.
To be fair, a lot of people would piss themselves if they're getting shot by Romeo Quevedo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen Romeo. I've seen him live wrestle. Yeah, big guy. Yeah, chop.
There's some people who don't want to take chops from. It's Romeo Quevedo. Kangas might be another one you might not want to take it from, but you got to. But you know,
all of you.
Yeah, Tahangas. Oh yeah, I remember at that knockout show with Brian Idol and him were in the main event. Remember they brawled all over the damn place, man. They went over the barricade, went over power drive through one of them. I forgot who it was. Power drive one of them through that plastic table. Then they came back over the barricade, and he had Brian Idol in a bow and arrow, and he's sitting there, and all of a sudden he takes that hand and just smacks him on that chest, man. I just cringed, and he took it, man. I was like, that's a hell of a fucking chop.
What do you think about Cahagas, Strange?
Fuck him.
He's pussy.
Wow.
Pussy.
Bitch.
It's a pussy. All these little critters that are afraid of him. All these people are afraid of him, man. I worked that motherfucker many times. And
he won't work me.
No, he won't. Until you train with him.
He will not. Tahagas will not work with you in the ring, John?
Only training.
Wow.
We'll end up just beating the shit out of each other. There's no match there.
Yep.
That's the truth of it. We'll just really beat the hell out of each other, and that'll be it.
Look, man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Cahagas is a pussy for real, because he's not.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he's one of my very good friends, but a lot of the mystique is way more than the reality. I'll just say that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he's earned it. And the thing is, man, he's earned it. That dude has earned it. He's earned it. Not just in Florida, but all over the country, man. That dude's been everywhere. And he's a former NWA world champion. I mean, we break his balls because he's our friend, but yeah, he's the real deal. Make no mistake. He's absolutely the real deal. It's just a lot of these young kids, they saw, for example, like what he did to Johnny Zeke, which was all over the internet a couple weeks ago. And Johnny Zeke's a 300-pound guy that he made look like a fucking 5-year-old kid, you know. And that is the difference between that. That is new generation versus old generation 101 right there. and you'd have to probably have Johnny Zeke on your podcast to find out what his wrestling future looks like. But I can show you real quick.
I can.
That's what it looks like.
I believe you. I've had Johnny Zeke on a couple of times. I've had him back in the past. I had him on a couple of times on the podcast, but I'm gonna have to find that and look at it there. Since we're talking about working people in the ring, talking about who's your guys' favorite person that you've worked in the ring? If one name comes to mind that you like working in the ring with, who would that be?
Like to or like working with?
You like working with in the ring?
Oh Jesus! As a tag team or as a single?
Single. We'll say single. We'll say single and tag team.
Well, for me right now, my guys that I always enjoy working and I just seem to work often is obviously my other half of the Crazy Bastards, John Strange himself. Just the chemistry and everything's always there, and we're always willing to beat each other up and go balls to the wall and kill each other and still be friends afterwards, and still have a good match and have a good day, but leave with a bloody nose, broken face, whatever it may be. Yeah, another name for that would definitely be Blake Banks. That's the other guy. Definitely,
Chicken Blake.
I work with pretty often, and I get a lot of good matches out of. Definitely. He's someone I worked my first actual outside booking with as well. So we both grown together a lot on the independents over the last few years, and it's very consistent match styles that we have. We always kill it. Honestly, that's how it goes.
Nice.
Oh man, I have a list of guys that I enjoy working with. Let's see, you got Vic the Bruiser, you got Gus Money, you got hell, even Christian's on this list, but mine will go on for days, man. 25 years is a long time.
I'd give you 3. I can say 3. Cahagas, John Davis, Vordo Walker. My 3 favorite. Because we banged. Because it was always a fight. It was always, beat the shit out of each other, go home. It's like I would imagine it being with either two of these guys, but tough. They're tough. They're not pussies. They're not going to cry about having a bloody lip or a busted nose or some kind of shit, and at the end of the day, my best matches it's always paid off for the fans, and I'm sure these guys will agree. That's really what it's all about. I'm retired now. I have no intention of ever having another match. Of course, I have this sick fucking feeling that there's going to be a triple threat in our future at some point, and I'll probably do it because I'm stupid. But, but as far as guys, if you want to know about somebody who I think I would like to work now, besides these two, probably Richport Ayala, Gus. I never had a chance to work Gus back in the day. We were just on different sides of the world. But there's a bunch of new guys that have come up that are, that are impressive, and they're Richport Ayala. We're going to see him playing on Sunday one day. And you remember I made that call about Josh Dawkins on your podcast.
Yes, you did.
You can mark this one down too. You can mark this one down. Richport Ayala. Christian has a good chance because he's so young and he's still got, I think, probably 20 pounds. He's 20 pounds away from getting a look.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna gain that just because he's 21. And in the next 4 years he's gonna put on 10 or 15 pounds just because that's what happens. And when he does, when he shows a little bit bigger, and the funny thing about Christian is I could put him in the ring with anybody and he looks like he belongs in there. It's not like he's so undersized that he looks like a midget like some people.
Right.
He looks like he belongs in the ring with anybody.
He does.
He fights he always looks like he's fighting for his life. That's one thing I always say about him. He always has this way about him that makes you feel like he's fighting for his life. And if I feel that and I know what's going on in there, imagine what the fans think.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I know what you're talking about there because I've seen, and Christian knows this when I had him on my podcast. I've seen, because we talked about it. I've seen him kind of when he was starting out there at CFWE, and within 9 months, it's like, wow, this guy. He's getting booked all over the place within those 9 months. He's getting booked all over the place. He's putting on great matches with a lot of promotions here in Florida, and you're doing great. You are. I always say that. Someone asked me the other day. They said who'd be in on your list, and this is no particular order, of your favorite indie wrestlers, and Christian Mills is on that list. He is, because I've seen the guy grow into what he is, and I love the fact that he's in a tag team with John Strange as the Crazy Bastards, and this is just like one of the greatest things. And when I talked with you, Thump, about this, and you told me that you're managing Christian Mills and John Strange, I said, wow. This is going to be great, because you're putting these two great workers together, and they're going to put on a hell of a match. They're going to go out there and they're going to give the fans what they want. And I'm looking forward to seeing July 9th, what's going to be happening on July 9th there at Adrenaline Wrestling Chapter 2. And I want to jump in talking about that, man, because I seen the promo again on Adrenaline Wrestling. Try to say that 10 times fast. I seen it on their Facebook page. I seen a lot of promos pop up there. It's got my interest. I've told people about the show that's coming up on July 9th. A lot of people's interested. I have a couple of people that's coming with me. My brother, he's down to come. A close friend of the family. He wants to see the Crazy Bastards, because anybody with the name Crazy and Bastard in a sentence is a tag team. And coming out with what you guys, your look and everything, he said, I want to see that. And I'm excited to see what the Crazy Bastards and Thump Dupree does at this show. So is there anything that you can tell me, you can share right here on this podcast for the July 9th show of Adrenaline Wrestling Chapter 2?
Well,
You want to say that again?
well, okay. Let me give you the short answer. David Mercury's booked on that show. He will be wrestling a newcomer named Devin Decay, who's really good. David Mercury has two students known as Exodus. They're a tag team. They are coming in to deal with us. And good luck, kids. Good luck, kids.
I've watched these guys. I've watched as many times. And the thing was, when I found out we were working them, I was like, oh, are these who I think they are? And sure enough, it was. And I'd watched their matches before.
You should have seen the excitement. If you could just hear the excitement in Christian's voice. When I told him that they were working Exodus, he was elated.
It's like,
because I know in the back of his mind, he's thinking, hey, this is going to be a catch-as-catch-can classic.
This is the rub I've been needing. This is the
rub. This is the match that's going to get Crazy Bastards booked on MLW.
If not, it's fine.
If MLW decides that they want to have a team come in and wrestle other shitty tag teams or something like, I mean, our thing is we're probably not going to define catch as catch can or scientific wrestling so much as we are probably going to put our thumb in your butt or lick the side of your face or, there'll probably be some sort of cancelable things that'll happen in our match. Probably a lot of chops. I think there'll probably be some chops.
A lot of chops. I guarantee it'll probably go at least about 15 minutes, and me and Strange will be walking out of there no problem, breathing easy as can be.
Yeah. Them not so much. Yeah. I know I'll be breathing easy. I'm sure of that.
Everybody wrestling again, huh? What? I don't have a clue.
Huh?
What? Huh?
We're doing a double shot.
Genesis.
I don't
Genesis.
Yeah,
I
this is
just know
for
that
young
damn
kids.
boat afloat.
But listen, this is what I got coming up for us. In August, I've got the Gifted coming in. September is State Line. And October, I'm talking with a tag team from down south. Fuck, I don't even remember their names now. I have talked to the Unprofessionals a little bit. I'm not sure if we want to go there or not. We really want to bring in teams that we can work with that that are going to give the fans something to watch. This month we've got Cahagas on the card. We've got Beast Mode on the card. And Beast Mode is actually in a real match. It's not going to be well, it could be a squash, I don't know, but I'm just saying it shouldn't be a squash. He's wrestling another really big guy. Gator King. So I don't really know. We're kind of going to see how this goes. I have a feeling that it's going to go really well, and I have a feeling that the three of us are going to be pretty busy. But we'll see. Who knows? It's one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
It's the chemistry's there. The chemistry's there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a matter of and we're going to have our. We're going to have our stinkers probably maybe not maybe, but we're going to be asked to work some people down there, that probably don't belong in there with us, and this is probably one of those cases. But and I'm not trying to shit on them. They're really green. They're just really young. But that's the thing about tag teams. They're all either really small or really green anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have to unless you just put pair guys together and then they don't have any chemistry and you do, and so it doesn't really translate.
Right.
So, it's one of the it's a booking conundrum. Tag team wrestling is even more of a booking conundrum anymore than women's wrestling is. It's hard because your teams are either outrageously ridiculously priced and they deserve it, or they're green right out of school. And we're gonna have to navigate through that in order to get where we want to get, I think.
Yeah, and then if I can be brutally honest, I mean, there's maybe only 3 tag teams in Florida that I would genuinely look forward to working in the future, and Thump named 2 of them already. So I mean, and that's already happened. So
who's the third one?
It's either to be decided or possibly to see.
Tell me so I can get on the phone with him.
Well, obviously it have to be La Sangre. I mean, there's only so many other good tag teams in Florida.
I don't know how well we'd work with La Sangre though. I don't know. Brothers in Arms, maybe. Maybe. Even them, they're. I don't know. I mean, you guys know, everybody knows Dugan's a good friend of mine, but he's kind of taken a step back from Brothers in Arms and focused more on singles, and for good reason. He
again. What?
Brothers in Arms.
Oh,
you don't even know what we're talking about?
No, I'm not thinking.
Mosquitoes have taken all his blood away.
Well,
like fucking ounce of blood, man, with the mosquitoes out of here.
Well, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward for July 9th. I'm looking forward to seeing the Crazy Bastards, Thump Dupree, and I know it's going to be one hell of a match there. Now, is there anything you want to say to your opponents for the July 9th show?
Duct tape your butthole, bitches. What's going to happen to him, Strange?
I'm just going to pump.
No.
What? What's going to happen to him?
What do you say when you yell out loud, really loud?
You're going to die. You're going to die.
That shit makes me laugh.
It's totally that. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't show up. I'd no show. Honestly, I would no show.
What?
Exodus, I would no show.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're gonna hurt him.
Nice. I love it, man. I love it. This is going to be great. I'm going to be there watching this live, and I'm going to have a blast, and everybody else is going to have a blast. One last thing I want to ask, since we're on the topic of Adrenaline Wrestling. Anyone that has not been to an Adrenaline Wrestling show or has heard of Adrenaline Wrestling, what would you say to them? What would you say to them?
Oh, wait, how did I do that?
Oh, my God. He's messing with the filter.
Now that's a little indicative of my lifestyle.
So Thump and John Strange have been doing their best Father Jim impressions throughout this podcast with the way they've been holding their phones and doing their gimmick here. Mm-hmm. But he's another good familiar face you can see over.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. I got you, Christian. Today, we're going to talk about Gator King.
He's going to take you down to the river. To the bottom of the river.
To a gator. But I don't know.
That's how he's
doing. Dave Mercury's going to be on that show. And listen, when you work Dave Mercury, you got to know that you got to understand the assignment. You got to understand the assignment. You'll know that. You guys will figure that out. Dave Mercury. Shout out to Dave if you're watching. Understand the assignment. My pupils. One of my pupils.
Yeah, if you haven't come out to one of those shows before, you're definitely missing something. Adrenaline's definitely going to be the familiar show over in Ocala. We're going to be running there every month. We have a great venue over there, a great show. Like, there's always food and drinks over there. We're all the wrestlers are always more than happy to come out there, interact with the fans after the show or whatever. So you're going to get like the free meet and greet with your general admission. Like, it's a great show over there. Everyone's very friendly, a great locker room for the most part. You know, you got a lot of good guys there. So, I mean, you get a load of good matches that you're going to be missing out on if you're not going there or not watching these shows. So it's like, I mean, there's only so much you can make somebody like tune into a good thing without letting them know they're missing out. So, I mean, at this point, we're doing our job and putting on the good stuff, and it's their job to just see it now.
Yep.
Nice. That's amazing, man. And is there anything else? Social media. Let's plug some social media here, right as we take it home here on this episode here. Let's Facebook.com/Adrenaline Wrestling. Knockoutshop.com is where you can find all the Adrenaline merch. And of course, John Strange and Christian Mills both have their own pages on Facebook. And I'm not giving you mine because I don't want all you little pricks trying to get booked.
That's right.
But yeah, Christian Mills on everything. You can find me in person at every booking I'm at for merchandise. I'll be having that on me. Not doing that online. It's all in person. So just stuff like that. And definitely tune in. I would take a look at Thump's soon to launch OnlyFans page. That'll be at Thump Dupree /OnlyFans. It'll be a very good page to look at. That'll be the next big social media platform we'll be pushing for. A lot of good. You can get a bird's eye view of my balloon knot. How's that?
Wow.
Merch, pro wrestling tees. Just search John Strange. You'll find that shit. John Strange, pretty much at all platforms. So
nice. Thank you guys for taking time out tonight, coming on here, talking about Adrenaline Wrestling and sharing some stories. This has been great, and love to get you guys back on to talk more about Adrenaline Wrestling and anything else that you have going on. And that is it for this episode of the Everett Lee Show. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time for another episode of the Everett Lee Show. Peace.
Bye.
Follow The Everett Lee Show on the following social media platforms: Facebook, The Everett Lee Show; Twitter, @The Everett _Lee; Instagram, Everett Lee. Subscribe, follow The Everett Lee Show on the following platforms: Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube, Everett Lee and Johners Podcast Network, WrestlingWithJohners.com. Follow Podcast City Network on the following social media platforms: on their website, Podcast City Net; Facebook, Podcast City Network; Twitter, @Podcast City Net;